So I wanted to use my move from California to Colorado kind of as a metaphor in my movement of thinking as well. So this first part's just kind of giving a backstory of where I came from. Before, I had never really thought about culture, biases, power struggles, or social justice. With this move to Colorado, I've had a move in thinking. I use the Villegas and Lucas quote because I think it really encapsulated where I started, was just becoming conscious of culture.
If we all have our own stories, each one.
This was a video I found. It's a workshop of teachers being culturally responsive, and I think it just kind of captured what I was thinking about this section of the class. I felt it was about confronting my fears and my biases.
And so I'm going to avoid it. But in avoiding the situation, you're really avoiding the student.
This section was more of what I felt like I needed to do as a teacher with my students. The picture coming up is a picture of the students at my church in San Diego that I taught. I included identity because as a secondary teacher, one of the biggest things we're going to be dealing with our students is trying to figure out who they are. And Tatum's chapters really captured that for me. Freire taught me that learning is not a banking system, it's dialogic, and that I'm no longer just a content facilitator. I really could have used all of Freire, but I had to cut it down, and this is what I really took from it and what I want my classroom to look like. Shifting into the systemic level is where my questioning really started. That's why I have the muddied waters picture, and that's where my emotions really got stirred. It was a 60 minutes program on children in poverty, and I think it really showed my emotions when I read all the poverty statistics in class.
It's kind of embarrassing because the next day you go to school asking kids if they want this or if they want that, if they have cereal.
Music playing is the fray, and they're kind of an emotional band for me, so I thought it fit. Morel and Duncan really opened my eyes to some of the real issues in urban schools. Jean Annion's article got me thinking about how our teaching really affects our students, that it can separate them by their classes just in our methods. I think this slide kind of speaks for itself, as well as this one when it comes to Colorado school funding.
The most recent data for this chart is from 2009. Since that year, average per pupil funding has been cut by $400 per pupil.
Clips are from the Lobato case. This woman was actually a co-plaintiff in the Lobato case.
Statewide standards and students to take statewide assessments. Under the No Child Left Behind Act, schools are now required to ensure that every child meets proficiency standards by 2014.
Sonia Nieto's article was one of my favorites. I wish I could have included more. In this section, I just want to show my epistemological curiosity, the main questions that are still lingering for me, and the ones that I want to continue trying to answer. And this last section is just what we need to do now. Speaking up, standing up, having the courage to make a change, and having the strength as well. The song is You Get What You Give, and I think that is just perfect for this section. I kind of wanted to end with this to just kind of tie back to how it is affecting me personally. And that's it. I hope you enjoyed it, and I had a really great time with this project and with this class, and I'm excited for what's to come.